Happy Sunday, y'all. It's Christmas time. The world's greatest singer. Big one. I love it. So here I am. Where are the candles where we get our candles from? Christmas candles are available now. Red ones. Hey, Tanya. Angelico Di Morella. Who? You felt like preaching today. I read your testimony again today. I read that testimony again today. I don't know if you remember, but when you interviewed me on your radio show, I told you that I was going to get certified a medical massage. Fast forward a year and a half later, I've been certified in practice for the VA doing medical massage for the veterans. I don't keep that. I delete messages immediately. I kept that.
I delete my message, so you special.
Yeah, I don't keep messages. No. You know.
Hey, Connie Green. That's the
You love Connie Green. Me too. Janetta Hall.
Hey, Jay.
Janetta, get your grandchild to put your picture on your Shawanda. Yeah, that's Luther, y'all. It's Christmas time. Max the preacher. Been all day. Hey, Lorraine Blank. Invite a friend, y'all. Start a watch party. Joy Poole.
Joy.
What's up, Joy? What's up? Big A. Boy, you know we've been trying to figure out where you live now.
Wow.
You in Wisconsin. You got a beard like us.
Hey, it's that DJ, never mind.
Big A, what's happening? Hey, Dr. Taylor. My people there, boy.
Hey, Dr. Taylor.
Dr. Taylor. Let's do Yeezys for Christmas time. She loves sneakers.
She loves sneakers?
Ooh.
She loves them more than you? You a sneakerhead. I don't know.
I used to be. I used to be. I got rid of so many of them. I got rid of a lot of them.
Especially not walking as much as you do.
That's so true.
Before, but you do. You see, I like you. You sneakerhead.
I like sneakers, but not as much as I used to. I think it's a fad I used to. Yeah, I ain't bought them in so long. I think the last time I bought them for a long time.
It's not that you haven't looked at them.
I just glanced.
Yeah.
Nicole Walker. You got more envelopes to be picked up? Text me your address at 895-5410. Me and Pastor FRAN coming.
Ooh.
Nah, how about that? 504-895-5410. What's up, Jay?
Erica, good to see you, sweetheart.
Cheryl Jacobs, BFF, what's happening?
Hey, John.
Hey. Big Lou. 504-895-5410, Nicole. We appreciate you too. Me and Pastor FRAN. Cheryl Jacobs. So let me tell you something. So now, first of all, wave at me, a Saints fan. You put her hand straight in her pocket. She's never been a Saints fan. You haven't? No, not at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me tell you something. There's a couple of things you got to understand. Okay, back to Skip Saints fan. Erica is a sports commentator. Okay, first of all, Erica, it's a few things. Number one, everybody gets to have a bad day. Okay, we had a bad day in every phase of the game, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Hey, Robin. Good evening.
Number two, if we're gonna lose, I'm kind of glad we lost to a black quarterback. All right. It also lets you know Taysom ain't quite ready. Falcons, boy, please. You familiar? Because you closer to Atlanta than you are New Orleans, boy. You better turn west because the Falcons had nothing. Hey, Mother God. Yeah. It's a better loss now than late. If you're gonna lose, now's the time to do it. Okay, but a couple other things. Jason Tatum is a nice guy, but even on a decline, he ain't Drew Brees. Let's just be honest with you. Dawn from Philly, congratulations. Y'all pulled it off today. Let's just be honest. I know Drew's getting old, and Drew messed up on the whole kneeling thing. He messed up. And I know he may be a friend of Donald Trump, but let's just be honest. Okay? He's still one of the best in the league. Number one. What's up, Wiz Kid? Praying for you and the fam. And this other boy is a nice guy. The other quarterback.
Okay. What does that mean? I'm not in football.
Yeah. Let me just, he's
you
not.
You have to teach me the rules.
He's not Drew Brees.
Oh,
okay. Let's just be honest. And this is the thing I wanted to get to ultimately, and this is how it's going to relate to everybody listening. And that is this. And my athletes and coaches are going to totally get this, and you will too. It makes a difference when they got film on you.
Okay.
Hey, Deborah L. Wilson.
Hey, Deborah.
That's Mama D. Hey, Mama D.
Hey, Mama D.
Oh, my God, we love her.
Deborah L. Wilson.
Deborah
yes,
L. That's
do.
Mama D.
We love Mama D like a lot.
Oh, my God. Yeah. One of the best things she ever did other than be herself was give us Doc. Yeah. All right?
Hey, hey, Brody.
It makes a difference. What's up, Brody Love? That's family right there. When people got film on you, what's up, NJ Ray? It's good on my end. See, film means, he hadn't played. All right? So they didn't have a chance to study him. Now they're starting to say, oh, he's weak right there. All right? Or he's coming up. We got to stop him before he get too hot. Okay? Let me tell you this. The reason that some of y'all are under attack, because before you start excelling, the enemy ain't had no film on you. He hadn't studied you out yet. And he's been studying you lately, and he know you on the come up. You on the rise right now. He got film on you. So when the enemy got film on you, you got to know what you got to do. Man, you got to up your game. You got to up your game. You can't go in there. They saying, okay, when he stepped to the left, we gonna do that, and they got things. This is a science for these guys. But when the enemy got film on you, the enemy been watching you, like he did Job. What he told Job? See that boy right there? He just going around minding his own business, but you got that hedge around him. See, the enemy wasn't paying attention to Job as long as Job ain't had nothing. Nobody attacked the bag, lady.
This is true. This is true, honey.
Huh?
This is true.
Nobody attacked the bag, lady. Where's your Christmas stuff at today?
I don't have it on. I'll be back tomorrow.
Back tomorrow. That's what we have Christmas Eve on. We all got some kind of Christmas. Riri, what's happening? You get your boy a night off?
Hey, Riri.
Connie Russell.
Connie Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Got film on. The enemy been watching you. See, when you was sitting on the sideline, when you was on the bench, when the ball was on the bench, we ain't got no game plan for him. But see, now that you playing and you in the game, Jay Monet, size 8. I need a size 8. I got a big head, Jay Monet. I'm watching. I need to have to see going to the hat business. All right. Enemy got film on you. All right now. That's Four Boy's story, but he has got all right now. Go ahead on, Karen Four. Jay Monet. Jay Monet with the hats. What size you wear, honey?
I'm not sure. I have to try it on. I have to.
No matter what, you got to try it on.
No matter what. No matter what.
Because it really depends upon how it's made, huh?
It depends, yeah. It does. It does. And I like my hats to fit a certain kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
J. Monet and the hat business.
Yeah, but knowing her, it's a great hat. You know, the last project when she did something with clothing, she had good quality.
What she do?
She has some clothing. I know she's done some things since then, but she has some clothing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
J. Monet. Who caught today's broadcast at 9:00 a.m.? They're large and wide brim.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that my head is big from left to right, but the distance is from the front hairline back to the occipital. That's where my head is up. Well, all the way back to the back is where my head is the longest. Honey, move on.
No,
you don't know.
No.
It's the back of your head.
Hold on.
Yes, just move on. Hey, Jay.
The occipital. The occipital. Let me tell you something. How long we been together, honey? How long we been together?
A minute. About 37 years.
37, 38 years. Okay, we've been together. And no joke, I'm still learning stuff about you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, I got you. You know what? She said, I know what you like first.
You.
All
Thank
right now.
you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you graduated #1 from John Jay.
Yeah, I did. I was student of the week every week.
Student of the week every week?
Every week. And I went to beauty school for 9 months. So for 9 months every week, I was student of the week. 9 months times 4. That's like 36 times. When I left with awards. Mr. J wanted me to work for him. Yeah, but that wasn't the plan I had.
Oh, now see there. Now you got occipital frontalis. The occipital frontalis. You got to say that with your mouth curled down. Yes, the occipital frontalis. When you said that with a certain amount of. You said it with a little.
But if she's selling hats, she knows what I'm talking about.
Right, Mom. But this is T. Marito.
Well, T. Marie is a massage therapist, so she should know that too.
Right. But I said, when you said that, say it again.
Occipital.
No, when you say that, with a little.
Oh my God! I have to be so guarded with you. I say the wrong thing.
It's not the wrong thing. I thought it was great. I didn't know what it was. But when you said it, you said it with a certain amount of.
Terry Newton's here.
Terry Newton is here. All right. You said the occipital. You drop your eyebrow like. Y'all notice that she went. Yes, the occipital from the front part.
Congratulations.
To the occipital.
Congratulations.
What? You graduated from John?
Yeah.
So, Team, are you gonna do massages and? Okay.
Well, she could be getting her another.
What else did John Jay offer?
Well, when I was there, they were doing hair, nails, and then after I left, you getting your cosmetology license?
Yeah, she said it with authority, Karen. Yes, the occipital. She dropped it like that.
Esthetician. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that goes along with her profession. What she's doing.
The occipital. Pooh, you saw her, she shook her head like, see, she did it again. She doing this.
Because you were doing it.
The occipital. That's cold-blooded though. Yes.
So funny.
Don't sleep on cosmetologists and estheticians. They have to have high application of science and math. There's always a teacher coming in. I love it though. I love it. Yes.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Blessings to you, Lisa.
Thank you for praying for me. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. And while you were praying, certain parts I want you to pray for, like spirit,
No, they're praying for me.
That's what I'm saying. I want you to pray for Pastor Fran for her spirit and for the Spirit of God to cover her and keep her and minister through her, and that the Spirit of God would protect her and look after her. That's what we're praying for. We're praying that.
No, I didn't ask you. I asked them.
I'm saying,
but
I'm Paul. I'm like Paul. Paul said, I'm more spiritual than you all. I'm more spiritual than you all.
Yeah.
But also pray.
Pray
for her. Pray for her feet and her occipitals.
So funny. So what you been doing today?
I watched the Saints game. I studied a little bit, read a little bit, hung out with you a little bit, watched you work out. You worked out 3 times today.
I wish I worked out twice.
I did 3 times. Okay, twice.
Shot a commercial. But I worked out twice.
Right. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel great.
How's your occipital?
It has nothing to do with the way I work out.
I'm saying, but how is it?
My occipital.
Because that's the back of your head.
I think you need to ask Nate how is his occipital. Because your boy punched him in the back of his head. That's why he went down.
Oh, that's what happened. Aren't you happy to have a professional house? Yes. Because had it not been for that, I wouldn't have even known, Centrell, what an occipital was. But when you said occipital.
Y'all know, let me tell y'all something about Bishop that you all may or may not know. Most of you, because you're spiritual, you probably picked this up. It's quite picky and messy.
No. Listen, I'm a lot of stuff, but I'm not messy.
Okay. And he tends to, once he finds something, he will pull on it until it unravels. This dude. What you gotta say? Occipital what?
No, see, let me tell you something. When I say occipital, I don't know why this happens. I'm not trying to do it.
Does it feel good in your mouth?
It's automatic. My eyebrows do like I get real sophisticated.
You are full of it.
No, I'm just saying. I just
my word. I don't know.
I can say almost any other word.
I
can say almost any other word, and my eye don't do that. But when I say
his name should be Marvin. Why Marvin?
Messy Marvin. Stop it, Lisa. Leola. That's my sister's name, Leola.
Leola has an occipital too.
Yeah, she has an occipital. See, it just does that. Just when I say other words, like I can say Mountain Valley Spring Water. Nothing. Red Cup. Nothing. Cell phone. Nothing. I'm trying not to do it.
Okay. Here it is. You got this.
Occipital. See?
You can do better.
I tried to.
Do it again.
I tried to hold it.
Try it again. I believe in you.
Occipital.
Do it again. Let me see.
Okay.
Now say it. I got the eyebrow. Say it. Say it. I got the eyebrow. Say it. Say it, baby.
Guess what?
What?
My mouth won't even say it.
My mouth won't work. I need my eyebrows.
My mouth won't even work because my mouth knows my eyebrows need to move. And when you stop my eyebrows from moving, my mouth didn't work right. Huh? Did y'all notice that? I was trying to say, watch this. Occipital. All right. Now put your hand on my forehead.
What y'all saying? Les, come on now.
Occipital. See? Golly.
I know it does that same thing to me.
Man.
Yeah. When I'm saying it, like occipital.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, I couldn't help myself.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's just, I'm trying to tell you. I thought I was in control, but I really wasn't. When you think you're in control, you're really not. I thought I was in control of my eyebrows.
No.
My eyebrows just took control of me.
No, we're talking about that today.
Occipital. Look, do it again.
See, yours look like you surprised. They don't look like mine.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm entertaining this conversation. I'm surprising myself.
It look like a surprise, but when I say it, it's like a wave of smartness and intellectualism comes over me.
Oh, really?
Yes, occipital. See?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many people saw today's message? We said. about this whole anxiety thing. We joking now, but it's so serious. We've been getting so much feedback out of all the messages we've ever done, separate or apart, or separate or together. We've never got this kind of response. Why do you think we're getting this kind of response?
It's the transparency. It's the transparency. It is the honest transparency of you and I. People can relate to transparency.
Yeah.
You know, we hear it so often in church. I don't want anybody preaching to me who hasn't been through anything. You know, if somebody says, okay, I understand your anxiety. I understand what anxiety produces in you, you know, but this is what I've done to combat it, or this is what I am currently doing to get through it. You know, then the ears perk up and people are saying, okay, you know, you speak in my language. I've been looking for an answer too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to hear the truth.
Right.
You know, and it's what sets you free.
Yeah. Especially.
Why do you think, baby?
Yeah, for many of the same reasons. Because, I mean, this is not something, while we study and while we prepare, this is different than teaching on a concept or some, like on like when we did the study on the tabernacle, we had to know the parts and what the gold means and what that means and all of that. And but this, we had to study it. You just got to live it right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, when Dr. Dunham came and we interviewed her for that Wednesday night, and Dr. Dunham said, if you could see what was in the pit of my stomach, which is anxiety, she said, I don't look like it on the outside. Right. You know, so a lot of times we don't look like what's going on inside. Right. And that has its perks too. Yes. But what's going on in the inside must be dealt with. You know, because eventually what's on the inside is going to start to ooze out. Right. You know? Right.
And there's so many things going on that can cause anxiety, even for what's going on in the White House, because that, you know, now the protesters in the street that are attacking Black historic churches because of this lie that is coming in the back of some people's mind.
And what's the lie?
The lie is that Donald Trump said he won the election. All right. And I know we can dismiss it and all of that. And on January the 20th, it's going to be over. But the people he's affecting beneath him, he's doing it to raise money. He's raised close to $300 million. And 70% of the money is in fine print at the bottom of the flyer when they raise the money, or the email when they raising the money. 70% of the money goes straight to him.
Yeah.
Huh? And in the back of your mind, you're saying.
So what are the people protesting for?
They're protesting streets, and they're saying that somebody stole the election.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. So they're claiming that they've been cheated.
Yeah, like they've been cheated out of the election.
Yeah.
And he started saying it before the election. So he been playing a game with it the whole time.
He's a master deceiver.
Oh, he's a master deceiver. What's up, Big Carl? Yeah. He and he's, you know, he's probably the greatest brander that has ever lived.
Yeah, if you think about it, for 4 years, every day, we have mentioned his name. Right. The news is just inundated with Trump information. If it's not him, it's kids. It's, you know, something he's done. I can remember waking up saying, what has he done today?
And that's what the reporters are saying. It was so draining for them.
Yeah.
They said, okay, what in the world has he done today?
Yeah.
You know.
It's like a bad kid.
Right. And Lisa's right, because when this is over, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. So he's really like fighting for his life, because he knows he's in trouble, and he can pardon himself. He really can pardon himself from federal crimes, but not state crimes. And the state crimes in New York is what's going to end up getting him.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
And this causes anxiety with people. Because some crazy Trumpite may decide to do anything. Right?
Yeah.
We full of them in this neighborhood. Right up the street, flags, signs, and everything. So it's causing anxiety. So that's why we want to stay and minister in this particular area to remind you at the end of the day that when the dust settles, we will get through this.
Yeah. And God will get the glory out of this. The Lord will get the glory out of this. You know, the Lord will get the glory out of this. We've shed a lot of tears. We've been surrounded by a lot of sadness. You know, many people have lost much. You know, not just in things, but in people they love.
Right.
But if God be God, and He is, He will get the glory out of this.
It's what when they came to Jesus and said, the boy who was blind, right? And after this, right?
They wanted to know who
said who did something.
Was it him or his mother?
Yes.
No, Jesus said neither. Neither. Neither.
Yeah.
Neither. What you are seeing right now was for the glory of God to be revealed.
Now, you know, even at that, the illusion of superiority. Yeah. Because they know they're losing grip. They're losing on the senses. They're losing a lot of areas. What I've come to understand, honey, is when it says God's going to get the glory out of this, we still have a responsibility in that.
I do believe.
Because the way God is going to get the glory in the midst of the situation is when we give Him the glory in the midst of the situation.
But that requires you shifting your attention. Because as long as your attention is on whatever is making you anxious, you are going to remain anxious. Anxiety will continue to grow. You know, but in that Philippians 4, you know, it tells you to think on these things, and it runs a list. You know, what it is, what the attempt is to move our attention from the thing that makes us feel trapped. The thing that makes us feel like we are drowning. The thing that brings about so much fear and anxiety. The thing that makes us feel like we are paralyzed in our thinking and in our behavior. You know, when we can take our attention away from that, you know, and focus on the list of things in which God has instructed us to pay attention to, then things start to look brighter. Then the load, because anxiety, as we said today, has a way of weighing us down. But when we shift our attention, and it has to be done intentionally. You know, when you intentionally shift your attention. You know?
Now you got to tell me how to do that.
It's intentional. It is intentional. It's just like we said earlier today on the broadcast about self-talk. You know, I shift my attention when I began to talk to myself. When I began to remind myself of what God has said about me. You know, when I began to think on things that are praiseworthy. When I began to focus on the good report as opposed to the bad report. You know, I've gotten good reports and I've gotten bad reports. You know, but it's the bad reports.
If you keep talking about that.
The bad reports.
Is that one of the reasons the song has been blessing you in such a way? Because it said, only speak your blessings.
Only speak your blessings, but that's not easy. The song says, every time I turn around, it's blessings on top of blessings. And then it also says, only speak your blessings, which really, he's trying to get us to shift our attention to. You know, just speak out of your mouth the blessings of the Lord. You know, the blessings of the Lord. But it requires a shifting
of your attention. When Paul said that, you talked about Philippians 4, he said, finally, brother, whatever is praiseworthy, whatever, think on these things.
Because I know you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
But he said, finally. Finally, listen.
If you look at it like this. It says, finally, brother. And then it says, comma, and then it tells you what to think about. Okay? See, my name is Lester Love. But in actuality, I'm Lester Love Jr. Right? I dropped the junior when my father died. Okay? So there was no need after that from my perspective, right? But in actuality, if you look at it, it's Lester Love, comma, Jr. But really, the comma's there, but I'm really Junior Lester Love. Okay? So when Paul said, finally, brethren, he said, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are noble, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are of good report, that be in the virtue of things, meditate or think on these things. But you can put the finally on the back. He said, when you shift your attention and start thinking on the things that he's telling you to think about in Philippians 4:8, he said, you will then begin to walk in your finally season. I got a breakthrough.
But it requires work.
Yeah.
Mental work.
Yeah.
It requires consistently being present. You know, we often talk about when you're dealing with grief and anxiety, it is very important that you live in the now. Right now, because as long as you are worrying about tomorrow, it will build anxiety. As long as you are focusing on yesterday, you're living with depression, the regrets of what you didn't do in yesterday. So that brings about its own emotional challenges. You know, but when you are current and living in the present now, you know, this is the opportunity where you focus on the things that are praiseworthy and lovely and of good report. Absolutely. You know, this is where finally comes.
Yeah, and you'll be able to say, finally.
Finally. I've done some work. Now finally.
I've shifted my thinking. I've changed my focus. Now I'm able to say, finally.
Sure.
Finally. But again, the responsibility is on us.
Absolutely. Because here is the thing. If you are in school and even if the class is challenging, if you do the work, you also enjoy the reward. And the finally for us.
And you'll be able to say,
finally. This class is over. Finally. You know?
But the finally doesn't come until you begin to think on these things.
Yeah. That's the shift.
That's the shift. And you won't be able to step into it until you say, I'm going to think about things that are noble. Things that are just, pure, lovely, of a good report. Don't keep bringing me what's going on in somebody else's life. If there be any virtue, the New King James Version says, if there be anything praiseworthy.
And that part, honey, for me, if there be anything praiseworthy, that goes back to the song. You know, I'm only speaking blessings. I'm only speaking praiseworthy things out of my mouth. Only praiseworthy things. Yeah, it matches the song. Only for the rest of the year, whatever year you're in. But the shifting of the thinking is going to be your responsibility. Now, how do you shift your thinking? Okay. Now, first of all, what you feed your mind is going to affect your thinking. What are you looking at? What are you watching? What are you reading? Your diet is more than your food. Your diet is everything. Your diet is what you're watching. Your diet is what you're listening to. Your diet is the people you hang around. Because what's coming in is eventually is going to be the thing that's going to manifest out. You see your diet. It's the people you hang around.
Yeah.
Explain.
Because whoever you're around on a consistent basis, you feed off of them.
Sure.
They become a little bit like you, and you become a little bit like them.
So it goes back to iron sharpens iron. Yeah. The more I rub up against God, the more I become like him. You know, the more I rub up against you, the more I become like you. Yeah. And we should be making each other better.
Hopefully.
You know, you remember when you were younger and your mom had a dull knife, you know, in the kitchen? She didn't take it and just, you know, leave it in the drawer because she used it, you know. But when it became dull, she took the knife and she did it like this. My mom did.
On that little thing?
No. With both knives.
Really?
She rubbed them up against each other.
Knives can sharpen each other by rubbing up against each other.
I saw it happen in our kitchen many times.
Come on.
And then she went to cutting.
You ought to put on the screen right there for somebody that you may know. Say, I'm glad to be rubbing up against you.
Yeah, I am.
I'm glad to be rubbing up against.
That's right. So some of me rubs off on you and some of you rubs off on me.
Yeah, so you got to watch.
And we make each other better.
Yeah.
If you're rubbing up against the
right person.
Yeah. Because don't God forbid you rub up against another person that's full of anxiety.
Right. Oh,
Jesus.
Right. So now y'all can be trading anxiety stories.
Yeah, but that's not good reports. No, because ultimately you want to give the good report so that you can give God the glory.
Yeah. Psychologically, it's called metacognition. Think about what you're thinking about.
That's right.
Think about what you are thinking about.
Right.
Because your thoughts are only yours and you're the only person that can control it. So you have to think about what you're thinking about. So if you're constantly thinking about what's going on and what then it's going to make you overly anxious.
Yeah, and it's exhausting. It is exhausting. Overthinking is exhausting.
Overthinking.
Yeah, have you ever?
You know? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's exhausting.
Absolutely. Yeah. How many of y'all are honest enough to admit that you overthink sometimes? Just overthink. Just take something and just run with it.
But you understand how anxiety wreaks havoc with overthinking because you're overthinking about what the future holds. You're not even there yet.
Right. And so you're creating a negative future.
Absolutely. And by the time you get there,
right,
it's nothing like what you thought.
Never. It's never as bad as you think it is.
It is never as bad as you think.
I'm so glad we got some honest people that's admitting that I overthink sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And I overthink myself into fear.
And you can overthink yourself right out of a blessing too. You really can. Because you are not embracing or enjoying what is right in front of you. What is right? You think about this. For every mother that has ever saw a child take their first step, every father, every parent that has ever seen this. Okay, the child is born. When is she going to walk? When is he going to walk?
Right.
Okay, now he's walking. Okay, when is he going to run? Okay, so now he's running. Okay, when is he going to go to school? So now he's going to school. So when is he going to graduate? So now he's graduated. So when is he getting married? We need to stop projecting and enjoy the moment. When he started walking, celebrate and enjoy that. Okay?
Right.
Sometimes we don't stop long enough to enjoy what is happening right in front of us.
Right.
We are too busy. Okay, he started walking, but when is he going to start running?
Right.
Wait a minute. What happened to walking?
Right.
Walking is a huge milestone.
Right. Let's celebrate that.
We celebrate that.
Let's just dance over the top of that for a minute. Right.
You know, but when we overthink, you know, when anxiety.
What about the next thing? What's the next thing that's going to happen?
And the enemy has a way of robbing us of the good that is happening right in front of us.
Some of the greatest moments are happening right now, but we worry about what's happening tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? No, right now.
Right now, and that's where anxiety.
And I appreciate y'all for being so honest too, Sean, and all the rest of y'all being honest.
Yeah, that overthinking just
builds anxiety.
What? Just embrace the moment. You know, be glad about the fact that we can see each other right now.
Right.
Okay, no, we may not be able to touch one another.
Right.
But this in and of itself is a technology blessing.
What?
Embrace it.
Because when Hurricane Katrina came, we didn't have this. We had no way to communicate, no way to connect. People are crumbling and going through hell in their lives, and we can't be there for them.
That's right. But we're able to see Mama Cynthia
Mhm.
and Lorraine
Right.
and Anna and Andrea and all of you that are with us tonight.
Right.
This in and of itself is a blessing.
Right.
But, if we think too far ahead of this, this is good, but what is going to be next?
Yeah, tomorrow I got to go to work and my baby going to work on my
Embrace the
nose.
now.
Oh, my kid, this right now.
Embrace your now. Celebrate your now. Think about the good that's happening right now.
Yeah.
For this is the day that the Lord has made.
Right.
I will rejoice and be glad in this now.
This very moment.
In this very moment. And when I get to tomorrow, I'm in tomorrow.
I'll deal with tomorrow.
And I will celebrate in tomorrow.
Celebrate wherever we are right now. Will stop you from having anxiety about tomorrow.
Yeah. Right now, this is your moment. This is your moment.
Right now.
Yeah. Have you taken the time to celebrate you today? Have you taken the time to give yourself a compliment
No,
today?
Yeah, I think I want to answer on that.
Yeah. Y'all talk back to us.
Have you, honestly enough, have you really taken the time and celebrated something you did for you, about you, something you did today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we usually spend a lot of time waiting for other people to encourage us or to celebrate us or to say something good about us.
And when you don't get it,
anxiety. It's loosed.
What when you don't get me? Yeah, or it'll slip you into depression.
Come on. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, good. DJ Never dropped the podcast episode. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Did you celebrate yourself?
Did you celebrate that?
Say something good about you.
Yeah, celebrate that. And the fact, oh, look at that.
That's
honestly,
right.
No. Okay. I want you, all right, tonight.
No, do it now.
Do it right now. But I want them to go to a mirror.
Yeah, you're right, Bishop.
I want you to go into a mirror. And I don't care if you got to come right back. Go look in that mirror in your left eye and say something good about yourself.
Yeah, and if you've ever been to Fridays with Fran, you have a mirror.
You have a mirror.
You have a mirror, and on the outside of that mirror, it gives you a message. It says, I am valuable.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't know what to say to yourself on the first time.
Right.
I'm going to give you something.
Yeah.
Look in that mirror.
Come on, Shawanda.
And
you
say,
can do that.
I am valuable.
Yes.
But this is what I've also discovered about mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people pass them up, but they never look in them.
They look at them.
They look at them.
But they don't look at them.
Yeah, I can look in a mirror and fix my hair
and never look at you.
And never make connections with my eyes.
Right.
The eyes are the window to the soul.
You completed your master's program, Riri.
Yay!
At over 30 years old.
Over 30. Congratulations. Are you proud of yourself?
Celebrate my up and coming business that I've been working on at 12 years old.
Come on.
Celebrate
Congratulations.
that. Celebrate that.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. Darylis, I had your new project in my hand today.
Mm-hmm.
Jen brought something to me. She has these turbans that she's made that has the matching mask. Great quality.
Yeah.
Great fabric. And I held it in my hands today and said to myself, she's done it again.
She's done it again.
She's done it again because she's always creating something that is useful.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you, Riri.
That's so good.
Yeah,
that is so good. It was a long, hard road, but you did it.
Yeah, Anna, and yes, you are. You are very valuable.
Very
to
valuable.
So many.
Right.
To so many. Sometimes you need to look at yourself and say, I'm enough. I'm enough.
Yeah.
Because people struggle with that.
Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
In that mirror.
Because I'm big on self-talk.
You better talk. You talk to yourself and, look yourself and then say,
thank you, my love. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It releases anxiety.
Yeah.
Something that simple.
Negativity is going to come.
Yeah.
Negative thoughts will come.
Yeah.
But how do you reverse that? How do you make it dissipate? You say something better.
Say something better.
Say something better about you. Let the weak say I'm strong, the Bible says. Let the poor say that I'm rich. Say something better about you.
Say something better.
You remember you started this year off saying it's going to be big?
It's gonna be big.
And I still believe it.
New Year's Eve night.
I believe it. Yeah, that's right, Lisa.
Lorraine said, I'm more than enough. You really are, though.
Yeah.
I am enough.
And that's good to say to yourself.
To yourself.
That's right.
And guess what? Sometimes you have to say it to yourself. The first time you say it to yourself, you may not believe it.
No, because your ears are not used to hearing it.
No. You got to look yourself in the eye and say, you know what? Like, for real, though.
Okay. The first time the enemy told you were stupid, you didn't really receive that now, did you? Yeah, but the more he said it to you,
maybe.
The more you started to entertain that.
I am?
Yeah. Right.
Really?
Yeah. It works the same way.
And don't get any kind of confirmation from a negative teacher or somebody that don't like you and all of that. Don't get any kind of confirmation. Yeah. That'd make it a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Just because you have an issue or a struggle doesn't make you a bad person.
Mama Cynthia say, I love me. But you know what?
Yeah.
You can look at her and tell.
Yeah. And she's taught her daughters.
She taught her daughters too. My girl took care of me with that butternut squash. Tell her I appreciate that. Smiley. Love them girls.
That's right, but they learned from them.
They learned from their mother. But you can tell people that feel it. And guess what? You can feel it too. Look in the mirror, smile at yourself.
Yeah.
With all 32 of your teeth
or whatever you got left. Yeah.
And say, you know what? I am valuable. I am enough. I love me. Remember that? I love me 10 times a day.
Yes. Because what you're trying to do is override and undo what you've heard for so many years.
Bless you, Lorraine.
You know, some people have been hearing negativity. Lorraine!
That's our friend from... I think I've been knowing Lorraine since elementary school.
I love Lorraine.
I love Lorraine.
I do. But some people have been hearing negativity
about
all
themselves.
Of their lives.
All their lives.
You ain't enough. You're just like your dumb daddy. Just like your stupid mama. You know, look at you. You know, all of that. You have to go all the way back. So that's the reason why you got to keep saying
digging that stuff out.
Over and over and over. That's right, baby. Motivate yourself.
Yeah.
Motivate yourself. You're not as bad as you think.
You're really not.
Trust me. You really are a good person.
Mistakes and all.
Yeah.
Good person.
You really are. You really are a blessing to a lot of people.
Love you too, Ray.
Love you.
Blessing to a lot of people.
What's the song? Encourage yourself?
Yeah, encourage yourself in the Lord.
I love it. I love that. That's one of my favorites.
Sometimes you got to lay hands on yourself. You ain't got no prayer line right now.
No.
We love you, Mama. We ain't got no prayer line right now. You can walk up to the altar and we can lay hands on you, man. Sometimes we got to take this right here and leave this and go work this.
Let me tell you something about that. When we were going to Grady St. Stephen's, this was before you and I got married. On Tuesday nights, we had something called intercessory prayer. It was Tuesday night, like deliverance service. Deliverance service. And I can remember I had a struggle. And there was a line called the weakness line.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
And so I had a weakness, Ryan. I had a struggle. And so every time Tuesday came, I got in the weakness line. The devil said, you are so stupid. Everybody is watching you, wondering.
Everybody.
Is she? Everybody. You know, he tries to make it so magnified. Right. Everybody's watching you. When is she going to finally get delivered? Because she must have so many weaknesses. It was one thing in particular that I was really struggling with. But I refused to stop going to that line because of the pressure the enemy was putting on me. The more pressure he put on me, the more he pushed me into that line.
Right.
The more he pushed me into that line. And I stayed with that line until I got set free.
So you got delivered.
Until I got set free.
So you felt like, you know, I feel like I'm delivered now.
Until I felt like I was delivered, and then I moved on to another line. But here is the interesting thing. I stayed with that line so long, so many different people prayed for me, and I enjoyed prayer. Eventually, I was on the prayer line praying for other people. You know, I was sensitive to people that came to the lines week after week with the same struggle. But eventually, I was able to say finally.
Now, if sometimes you got to declare a thing before a thing. and feel like a fool while you declaring the thing, because you ain't got no concrete evidence of what you are declaring. No. All right. But I just want you to write in the comments, it's my finally season. It's my finally season. Finally. It's my finally season. And I would not allow the judgment, the eyes that felt like pressure on my shoulders. I knew what I needed from God. I knew what I needed. I knew what I needed from God. And this is the thing about me. If Bishop Morton said, okay, you're good for prayer line. Right. You're good for prayer line. Right. You're good for prayer line. Right. I didn't have to test what Bishop already approved. Right. So everybody that was in the line in different sections of the weakness area, it didn't matter who prayed for me because Bishop had already validated you. So he just transferred that. You ain't waiting in the Bishop line. I didn't wait for no one particular person for them to pray for me because Bishop Morton had already validated everybody that was in the line. You get what I'm saying? Let's move on. And I submitted to his authority. So whoever prayed for me, God bless you. Bless you. I was able to say finally for every prayer prayed, God heard. And I got my finally season. Finally season. Yeah. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are praiseworthy, if there be any virtue, anything good about it, I'm going to find something. It's my final. It is. And when you do that, when you do all of the things that it says in Philippians 4 and 8, Philippians 4 and 8, at the end of the day, you better move it and say, finally. Finally. Because it's coming. If you can remain consistent, if you can stick with God like he has stuck with us, you'll say, finally. Finally. Yeah. Finally. You see. Yeah. But it's up to you. Yeah. Okay. I really, let's get out of this mindset that God's going to do it. Please. Yeah. I think this has crippled us for centuries. Yeah. Now listen to this. Tracy said something. Put her up. Sometimes I start praising the Lord before I see it. That is where power lies. That's one of the major secrets of it all. Ooh, I know about it. That's where power lies. That save you. Yeah. Before the outcome. Yeah. Before they release you. But see, but we must understand, and maybe we get into this later, the praise actually changes the outcome. Yeah, because you remember, Philippians 4 and 7 starts with this, rejoice. And again, I say, rejoice. That's before you shift the attention. You know, start shouting first. Let's praise him first. That's going to help you shift your attention. Yeah. But when I think about that, builds the expectation. Yeah. Yeah. It's a faith think. I love it. It's a faith think. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. 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 You feel like a winner in the beginning. You feel victorious in the beginning. And regardless of the outcome, it's going to help you towards the end. You better know it. You better know it's going to make it better no matter what the outcome is. It's going to be better at the end when you do what you are supposed to do. Awesome. Yes. It's a faith thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I like faith think too. I like think. I love them both. Yeah, faith think. Yeah. Thinking faith. You know? I love it. Yeah. I speak about God provides. That's right, Mama Sydney. Yeah, there's power in your mouth. Yeah. God decided God's decided will cannot be reversed over our lives. And he told you what his will was. I wish, or I will above all things, that you would prosper and be in health. Bless you. Even as your soul, your mind, your will, your emotions, your intellect, and your imagination. That's your soul. Your mind, your will, your intellect, your emotions, and your imagination. That's your soul. He said, I will above all things that you would prosper and be in health. Even as your mind prospers, as you change the way you think, as your will prospers, where you make your decisions in your will, as your intellect, your imagination, and your emotions. I'll always have. Because I will always give. Always. Every day of our lives. 21 days.
Looking for an opportunity.
Every time I get blessed, I want to make sure I bless back.
Every time I turn around.
This is her go-to song, no matter what. I hear it all, and I love it too. I hear it all day long. I say, okay, now something get ready to happen.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and you determine that.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Let's give y'all.
It's in the shoulders.
It's in the precipitous. Occipital. It's all back there. I got my occipital. My occipital look like a pack of wieners.
Yeah.
I got a big old occipital.
You just got one.
I had because I lost weight.
Yeah.
When I was big, I had like a whole little meat pack back there.
You got that from your daddy. You love it?
Renee,
you love it?
Hey, let me tell you something. As a singer musician, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with the song. This song got something everything. Bless you, Cheryl. TTT, woman tithe and treasure. If you did not bring your tithe a week, make sure you do it. If you want to live on the open heavens, if you want to live on the closed heavens, then hold on to it. If you want them heavens to be open up over your life, make sure you bring your Teruma tithe and treasure. Shoot!
You like it?
I love this song. Yeah, this song just lifts you. Grace and release us. I want you all to look at some of the names of the people that's giving. DJ Nevermind, Riri, Raya, all the people that's giving today. Tracy, Lisa, Mac the Preacher, Cheryl, those that gave earlier today. I want you to see. We're going to be a blessing. We're going to be a blessing. Christmas time, we're going to be a blessing. Essays are due tomorrow. Carly Hill, Bishop Pierce, bless you, $50 seed. What's our treasure to be sown, family? Oh. Daryl just got a $sign up there. That means she got a whole bunch coming, about 7, 8 zeros coming behind me.
So the letter.
200 words or less, 0 to 16 for your kid. Ask from your kid, okay? You can help them, but ask them. We're gonna find out how this COVID-19 with the children. They've been really going
through. You know, oftentimes you say kids are very resilient. You know, but iron wears out after a while. Yeah.
Iron wears
out after a while. You want to be a blessing to your kids. You know, let us know what this season has done to your family and to your children. 200 words or less, but tomorrow, December the 15th, is the deadline. So please get it in, because Bishop and I are coming to
Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Your street, your house.
New Year's Eve, we coming.
Yeah, we want to be a blessing.
We want to be a blessing to those
bring
kids.
You some surprises.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, but we can't come to your house unless you write the letter. Yep. Let us know what's going on. And we've gotten some great letters thus far, but we're still waiting on yours.
Because we want to be a blessing.
Yeah. And this is the other thing too, Bishop. If you are not a part of the City of Love,
don't matter.
You can still participate.
Yeah. Everybody's in the Love Nation.
Yeah. You might know a family.
You may know somebody say, look, you write this letter and you might get a blessing. Bless your mama. Bless your mama Tobias. Bless you, Shawanda. Bless your Ida. Yeah. TTT, Teruma Tithe and Treasure. That's Teruma. I really think for a lot of people, and many of y'all would agree with this, it has sustained you through this season. It has held you through this season. It has held you.
Are there some promises connected to the Teruma?
The anointing of 1,000 times more.
What does that mean?
That means whatever you believe. The number 1,000 is the number of infinite blessings. God said, when you bring the Teruma, I'll bless you and your family infinitely. Infinitely. Even when you gone, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, you'll be blessed because of the seeds you sow today.
The blessings of 1,000 times.
1,000 times more. Hey, if you want to connect with us too, join the City of Love. Text the word join to 72,000. We want to make sure you get locked in. We want to send you all the good information we get, all the resources that we have. We want to make sure we get them too. All right, y'all. We're praying at 6.
And we're working out at 7.
It's going to be a blast. Yes, and we're going to be right back here. 21 days of love. 21 days, and we'll wind it up on Christmas. Been a blessing.
Papa Claus. He's getting that beard ready for y'all.
We got a surprise too. Got a surprise.
I got you.
I appreciate that.
I got you, boo.
You know why? Because you have because you're very smart in your occipital.
Got to stop the occipital. Karen, I love you too. Can y'all come pick Bishop up? He needs a field trip. Something.
I'm on a field trip right now. Let me see if I got my text. I'm going to start a little field trip tonight.
Okay, Josie.
Hey, send it to me.
All right. Thank you, Josie. Thank you.
Thank you, Josie. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, Josie. We got you. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Love, live, and inspire. And remember, you're in your final season.
Love you. Love you. Good night.